Why do you think we're called the Weenie Station?
For a bunch of fucking weenies.
Actually, we didn't even do a sound check.
The
I
Weenie
think we're
Station.
solid though.
The Weenie Station.
We didn't move the mics. Welcome back to another episode of the Weenie Station.
The Weenie Station.
The Weenie Station.
Yeah, just a little quick side note before we start off this podcast is that we're not going to be having Hiram on the show anymore. A little unfortunate, but, you know, he found something that he wants to do that he's going to be a little bit more passionate about, which everything ended amicably. We're going to really miss him, and hopefully he finds a project that blows up, and if he does, support him.
Yeah, show some love. Don't be scared.
But anyways, starting off, what do we got? What do we got today, Juan?
Have you listened to Drake's new album?
The Drake album. You know what? I've listened to Lemon Pepper and the first song, but I've been really focusing on the Lemon Pepper song. I'm just not over it. But is it? I feel like the whole album is just another Drake thing.
I mean, it's not technically an album. I mean,
it's
the
three
EP
fucking
songs, right? So that makes it an EP.
I don't even know if it's an EP. It's too short for an EP.
It's just a project, maybe.
I guess. I mean, whatever you want to call it. It's just, I don't really feel like it's anything new.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was.
It's
just a Drake
three
album.
Drake songs.
It's 3 Drake songs, you know? We were talking about this earlier this week, and I think his best days are definitely behind him. There's not going to be another Hotline Bling. There's not going to be another Passion Fruit. This is it.
Or fucking... I mean, Passion Fruit isn't that old, though, isn't it? It's like 2016, maybe?
2015?
15?
Nah, definitely 2016 or something like that, because I was still with... That was the first year that I dated Roxanne when that came out.
Oh, shit.
That was a while.
I mean, that's still not that long ago. I have a feeling Drake is... He's old, but not that old.
Yeah, but now that 40 passed away, like the guy who was behind these... R.I.P. 40. But, yeah, he's definitely... I don't think he's going to make another hit.
You think his producer was major reason why he has...
Well, yeah, I mean, look at Scorpion. 40 wasn't really a part of that, but Scorpion, did you fuck with that album too heavy?
I don't even know a song off Scorpion.
Yeah, see, I mean, the one, like, he had MJ on that album. Remember that?
Yeah.
The weird MJ thing and what else?
Yeah, that's weird. How the fuck does that happen? Like, the posthumous collabs and shit?
That was right when, like, that was right when MJ was, that whole controversy, like, that they tried to cancel MJ, like they brought up the child touching past.
Oh yeah.
And I love MJ so much. I don't know if it was biased, but I never believed that he touched those kids.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's something that you had to be there type thing.
Nah,
it's all like
there's no way. Like Macaulay Culkin himself said, there's like he would have been prime. I got touched kind of thing. Like, and he said there was no kind of weird thing. He just really fucked with my MJ super deep.
But then again, how did Macaulay Culkin kind of turn out? Like, he turned out a little bit weird for a couple years.
He just looks weird, but he's doing really well. I mean,
yeah, now
have you seen his
healthy.
brother?
Yeah,
his brother says he's like, he has no mental problems.
Yeah, I mean, then again, everyone goes through shit. I can only imagine celebrities. I mean, look at all the Disney stars. What fucking Disney star came out normal besides maybe Hilary Duff and...
oh, yeah, Hilary Duff. She came out the best.
And the Keenans from...
They were Disney, though? I thought they were Nickelodeon.
No, that was Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
but that's still a child star.
Zendaya. She came out pretty well.
Yeah.
Zendaya is doing super well. I mean, out of... well, hold on. I'm not going to stray from this MJ shit.
All right. Let's bring it back.
I feel like
Turbo.
Definitely MJ got the bad rap. He had to make whole ass songs saying, I didn't fucking touch these kids.
He made a song saying that?
Yeah, he's like, leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Banger, I can't sing it, but...
Imagine he's all like so good at making music. You fucking... like, oh, y'all motherfuckers not listening to me. You're gonna listen to this song.
But what do you do when you're faced with an accusation like that?
To prove
without
yourself,
like right now, well, I'm gonna exclude myself. Mm-hmm. What if you got hit with a you touch kids charge? Like an accusation. Why the fuck are you
excluding yourself and you're putting me into the hot seat? Like,
because I would have to respond as well. Like someone would have to ask me. I mean, I could respond too, but I'm asking like just what you do. You know?
So if I got, hold up, what the fuck? So if I got hit with an accusation, what would I do if I knew I didn't fucking do it?
Yeah, so like let's say like you were with some mom. Let me give you a scenario. So you're with you're hanging out with one of your friends. You really kind of don't know them, and this is the first time you're meeting your friend's wife slash girlfriend, and they have a kid together. They ask you to babysit, and then later on, the mom sees that the kid's acting weird, not because of you, but for some reason. But the mom doesn't really trust you too much, and now she's kind of worried. This motherfucker touched my kid, and now she's throwing out accusations without any like kind of reasoning, which isn't too far of like what really happens.
By the way, trigger warning to if anyone has had a previous experience like this, because I know this is a dark topic.
No trigger warnings. If you're listening to this shit, whatever. But if now you're in this scenario, and she accused you, which isn't too far off from like what kind of really happens, you know, from like these accusations. Now, what do you do from this? People kind of like it's getting traction. People believe it a little bit. They're like, damn, I don't know who was like that.
I mean, I feel like there's shit that you can't really fucking. There's no way of really going about it, because I know, like, simply bringing it back to like the Chris D'Elia type thing. It's all like he literally went silent for about a year or more.
Yeah, but he did it though.
But that didn't really do shit, did it?
Yeah,
like,
but the thing is, you're innocent in this in the accusation. I'm not saying like.
Yeah, but even had he been innocent, let's say he didn't message these girls and he was getting set up. Does that do anything?
They had proof. Like you're just getting accused.
Okay. I mean, scratch that then. But I don't know. What do you do? That's literally, you can't prove something that hasn't been seen. Like,
hear me out. The only way it gets better is if it gets worse. Now let me show.
If it gets worse.
Now let me tell you why I think that. Because you're gonna have to get proof. You have to talk to that kid, and there's no way you're gonna be able to communicate with this child unless you sneak into the home and try to say, convince them I didn't touch.
Oh my god, convince them.
You have to have a secret meet. You have to get into their house.
I'm like, bro,
you have one shot at it,
bro.
too.
Your mom is crazy. What the fuck is going on? Like,
you have one shot at it too. Like,
yo, if you get caught red-handed, that's fucking game over, bro.
Like, you don't.
There's
no accusation. Like, he came back to finish the job.
All the credit that you may have been building towards, like, you not doing it is gonna go down the drain if they catch you in the kids' room sneaking in that shit.
Right, like, convince them I didn't touch you.
Oh my god.
Well, like, it would be even worse if like the kid was just like a little bit like unintelligent, like he couldn't speak too well.
Oh no, that's
like, what if he had
you're
like
just making it worse.
No, I'm just saying what if, like, you know, like what I'm just saying what would you do? Because MJ was innocent. Obviously his PR team was ass.
How do you know
the what?
That he was innocent.
You can't dance like that if you're guilty.
You can't have a kiddie land a ranch.
Let me tell you this. Could R. Kelly dance?
I don't know.
He couldn't. That's why he did it.
That's why he did it? I mean, he wasn't fucking with, like, extreme minors. I mean, it was minors still, but that's fucked up.
But he couldn't dance. He didn't.
But he could sing. MJ could sing.
And dance. Case in point. Case in point.
So if you could dance, you just, you're not...
You're too preoccupied with learning the dance moves. You're not going to think about touching no kids. I mean, you know how much effort it takes to dance? These TikTok dances, I tried this shit last night.
All right, we need to have you do a TikTok dance for our TikTok.
Hold on, I said tried. I failed miserably.
Yeah, but that means you gotta do it.
I respect it. Like, Charlie D'Amelio makes the stupidest fucking dance. You know what that is?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't know? This is like the...
I tried copying like a salsa move that I saw on TikTok. I was like, yeah, man.
Salsa move?
Salsa. It was like
sauce on?
Salsa.
Oh, salsa. Okay. I'm like, what the fuck? A salsa?
No, I was like trying to do like this kind of footwork that they were doing. I was like, man, this is really hard. I can't do it. I'm crip walking.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely. If I'm learning how to dance, there's no other thought that's coming into my head.
So you're learning through TikTok, through 10-second clips.
Yeah, they're pretty. They make it really easy to. They're 1 minute clips.
1 minute clips. I mean, to be fair, a song is 3 minutes, so.
I mean, a song's 3 minutes, but to take the time to learn it, it's gonna take a minute.
I mean, TikTok does have some great pointers, though, when you think about it, for a lot of shit.
They do. They do.
And it's easily consumable media. You're not gonna be seeing a video that's longer than a whole fucking minute.
So you're saying you're just gonna take that accusation? can't walk
Fuck
away.
no,
can't
I
walk
would
away
not
from
take
this.
any accusation. I wouldn't know how to go about it. I feel like that's something, unless you're in the hot seat.
I'm thinking of 10 different ideas.
All right, what would you do?
I already told you. Like that was my first.
Make
thing.
a song about it.
No, that's MJ. It failed. Obviously, you gotta learn from history. I can't make a bang. First of all, I can't even make a banger like MJ.
But let's say you confront the kid and he can't talk. What do you do then?
What do you mean? Game over? Like I'm not
Game
even.
over,
I'm not
you're
even
just
gonna go.
gonna take
No,
the hit?
I would just take a different approach. If you could speak, I'm sneaking into the house and like shaking him, like convince them.
But imagine like he goes up to like his mom. Yeah, Carlos talked to me the other night.
Oh fuck me!
Bro, how did they start, dude? How did they start that shit?
I like hide the closet.
You can't, like, you're digging yourself way too big, like, way too
I
deep.
could, dude. If I'm already accused of this, I might be going to jail. I gotta try it. You know, like what's the difference between that? I'm getting fucking killed in jail. Like
I mean,
like I gotta try something.
You get killed in jail for.
So
touching
I gotta
kids.
try something, man. Like, there's no such thing as digging a deeper hole when you're already hitting rock bottom.
I mean, fuck, dude. Like, I would not take a babysitting thing. Like, or if I do, I'll
That's your plan. Just don't babysit anymore.
I mean, it's like I obviously don't touch kids, but I wouldn't want to set myself in a scenario where some shit like that could fucking
I try to.
even happen. Or I'll be like, all right, I'm taking your kids. I'm putting a camera on the wall. You can tune in if you ever want to see what the fuck they're up to. I'm not gonna even have a potential, like, I mean, then again, it's not like, bro.
I'm just saying. I feel like. Yeah, I thought about it a little more. I think there's no way getting out of it.
There's no way to get out of it.
You're accused as GG.
Yeah, it's not like, bro, like, thing is, there's too many fucking weirdos out there that already do shit like that. So it's all like, how do you don't know who the fuck these weirdos are most of the time, so.
True that. But yeah, man, that's just a hard situation to get in. Fucking speaking. Oh, my bad about that, fellas. I always leave my ringtone going on, and that's the worst.
A notification.
Notification. So it's not as disrespectful as I like to make it seem. But I had someone. I was hanging out with an old acquaintance, and their phone rang, and I was like, "Damn, that is some disrespectful ass shit."
Really? That their phone rang?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like suddenly, it annoyed me.
I mean, I like to keep my shit on silent. Just like, even if I do get a notification, it's just a vibration. So it's less distracting, even though the vibration's loud as fuck.
What do you think about the usage of a phone while you're talking to somebody?
That's disrespectful.
But how long? Like, can I like check the news?
I mean, obviously, like, if you're checking a notification real quick, if it's important, take it 100%. Like, but if you're just like straight up, like, you're having a conversation with somebody, and like 90% of the time they're just like focused on their phone, like, oh yeah, like to the point where you could tell they're not fully listening, then yeah, that's disrespectful.
I feel like the notification's definitely disrespectful. I never minded it when they were on their phone. I feel like that was weird, but I don't know, it just never bothered me.
Like, simply the fact that, like, I hate that it's like a meme where if you have your phone upside down, it means you're doing something. It's all like, no, bro. If I have my
like the cheating thing?
Yeah, it's all like, I have my phone upside down 90% of the time. That's not like to hide anything or like not get fucking because you're doing something shiesty. If anything, it's because I don't really care. I know I'm not gonna get any notifications of anything that's important. And if I do, like, I'll check them. Like, eventually, I'll look through my phone. Oh shit! Like, someone called me or someone messaged me. I gotta take this.
Yeah, that reminds me back when I was still like dating my very first girlfriend. I was always on my phone, and it never seemed to bother her. And I think in turn, like, I just kind of kept that kind of attitude. Like why should it bother anybody? But the ringtones definitely bothered the shit out of me. I don't know why.
The ringtones?
Like the notifications.
Oh yeah. Then why do you have yours on?
I don't know. It just happened. Oh, thank God I turned it off. I'm getting blasted.
You're a hypocrite.
Hypocrite? New cash and time.
What was that?
Yeah.
Was that important?
It was not. But I don't know. I just like reading messages. My phone's dry like 24/7, and I've been having this like that syndrome, like where you feel like a slight vibration in your leg and you think it's a notification.
Mm-hmm.
I have that
I
shit
used
so
to get
hard.
that. That's like a fucking ghost feeling and shit.
Yeah, and when I was at work, like I would consistently check my shit like all the time, like I look like a fucking loser. Like I need this attention.
Do you get notifications for your hentai app or what?
I wish it was a hentai app. No, I'm kidding. But there's an app for everything.
Low key.
Except for, dude, Android's been getting shit on. Dude, I hate that Apple products dominate like kind of like every single app, like Snapchat, camera quality, Instagram camera quality. Like that's the reason Android gets shit on, just because of the fucking cameras that app stores. Like Apple will never need to have a better camera than Android. They just have to have apps that agree.
But I mean, every year Apple gets like another camera added to the back of their phone.
It doesn't matter. Android will always they will have a superior camera.
You really think so?
I know so.
Really?
Yeah, I definitely know so. I mean, I think they proved it right. The latest Samsung is like you could zoom in from miles and miles away.
Actually, you know the fucking Huawei or whatever the fuck it's called, the Japanese phones or Asian phones.
The Huawei.
Huawei or whatever. Because I know I was seeing they're promoting the fuck out of them in Mexico, which is weird because right here it's illegal to own one in the U.S.
Mexico is like a fucking Internet Explorer, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so late to everything.
But fucking zooming in, like I did see a TikTok where they were zooming in with like one of those phones and they could see shit from miles away. I don't know if I believe it though. Some people were saying it was photoshopped.
From Huawei?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, supposedly.
There's no way. I had like my mom ended up buying like a Huawei back in the day, and I'm gonna say that phone was ass.
Back in the day though, like
I
every
mean,
phone was ass back in the day.
Nah, bro.
Looking at it
the
now.
Motorola Switch, that was ahead of its time. Honestly, I wish we had those switchboards. That shit was raw as hell.
Which one was that one?
Like, you know when you had the phone and you just flipped it over?
Oh, like the fucking Sidekick?
The Sidekicks.
T-Mobile Sidekick.
Hell yeah, that was one of the first phones I ever got. It was
Yo,
hard
if
as
you had
shit
a
when I had to
Sidekick,
text someone.
You could flex on people.
I mean, if you have one now, you can flex on people, but back then it's just like having a regular ass phone.
Yo, speaking on flexing on people, I finally finished paying off my car.
That's right.
No more payments.
The car you should have never got.
No more payments.
Yeah, it's so expensive for no reason.
If anyone out there is younger than me,
or anyone.
Yeah, I mean anyone in general. If you're
don't take this man's advice.
If you take my advice, if you're thinking about buying a car that's more than 25 grand, don't do it. Just don't do it, man.
I don't like this.
You what?
25 grand?
Yeah, I feel like the most you should be spending on a car, maybe 18, 20 grand max. Like that's like if you're looking for a reliable car. There's nothing wrong with having a used car. It literally is, as long as something gets you from point A to point B. If you're not like a fucking tacuache where you want to fucking, or if you're a cuh that wants to have like your whip fucking raw as hell and
if
shit.
You're not making enough money, like I'm talking at least. Well, Juan back when he bought that car was balling hard as fuck.
I was balling mode. I put down $13,500 as my down payment.
Yeah, but if you're not making like a really good, if you don't have a good cash flow, don't get a good car.
Yeah, don't do it. Just
get a beater. Your first car should like.
I mean, just in general, a car isn't gonna last you your whole lifetime unless you really, really take great care of it. So
I never do.
Yeah,
personally.
I mean, or if you have a really good car. I mean, luckily the one that I invested in hasn't lost a lot of value.
It's a sweet ass car.
Yeah, but just don't fucking If you have other investments, if you're looking for a house, if you don't own a house, put your money towards that. Get like a semi beater.
I mean, people aren't really thinking about getting a house when they're like when they're young. I mean, the reason you bought the car was because you were young.
You're not, but
I mean, we're still young.
It doesn't take too many years to the point where you will think about that. So just think about the future. Don't worry about flexing on people over a car. If
Don't flex in general.
Yeah, don't flex.
If you're under 24, don't flex on anybody.
I mean, that's hard to say though, because the thing is, you really care about flexing when you're young. When you're older, you don't give a fuck. At least that's what I feel.
I feel like when you're older, you definitely, like, the not give a fuck attitude definitely flexes even deeper.
Even as far as clothes though, like in high school.
But like, who you flex on? These other little kids? I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
back then, like, you know those stupid Domo dolls?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
The Domo, yeah.
Yeah, but like, if you had one of those, that was a flex. Like, these
Really?
kids are.
I mean, that must have been a PMSA thing.
Yeah, it was a PMSA.
I did not see that shit in Provaso West.
Yeah, but like, if you had one of those, that was a flex, and that was the
And
dumbest. Like, see,
that's
you can
some
flex on
nerd
some dumb
shit.
shit. You don't have to like. You don't have to like flex on like chains and having a bag. I mean, if you had one, definitely
Yeah.
going hard as fuck. I hated the dudes that brought laptops as a flex to take notes in class.
That's inconvenient.
I mean, now it's pretty convenient. I like when I take notes, I still have to handwrite them. Like, if I can't retain the information, if I like type it, I mean, that's just me.
I mean, everyone's a little bit different, but that's fucking weird. Like, you just.
I feel like only for computer science classes, you'll actually only have to take notes on your computer. I mean, because you have to.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking write code. Maybe.
Fucking. But yeah, don't flex if you don't need to. That's the moral of the story here, kids. If you're younger than me, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Boy, we ain't.
But thank God I'm out this shit, bro. No more payments. No more of this shit's under my name.
Fuck, I still got. I mean, student loan payments. Fuck me in the ass.
Yeah, student loans are a bitch.
Shout
You
out
didn't-
to Biden.
Really? How much did you get off of that shit?
You don't have to pay anything.
At all? Student loan forgiveness, 100%?
No. You have to pay it. Just not
Okay.
for this year.
So you don't pay anything this year? No interest, no anything? Even if
Yeah, I
you
don't have to
already
make a
graduated?
payment. I don't have to make a single payment.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, there's 0% interest as well. So.
Yeah, because I heard interest will fuck you up. If you got a student loan and you graduate, they start fucking you.
Like, that's if you get like a privatized loan. Like a
Uh-huh.
lot of it sucks that like these kind of privatized loans are targeted toward like lower income families. Like there was this one girl who got accepted into Princeton when I was in school. When you hear that, that's like the phenomenal achievement.
Mhm.
You're gonna be doing great things. But when she got there, she had to leave because she couldn't afford it. I mean, although her dad like got a second mortgage, like he was thinking about it, it still would not have been enough. Even with these more like a federal loan
Mm-hmm.
can only provide you. I think the maximum was like 16,000. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I am, but it's still definitely not enough to cover like a whole year of tuition over there. And she had a scholarship
Jesus
as well.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, unless you get a full ride, it's kind of tough to take something that you know you can't pay off, because you're digging yourself into permanent debt.
Yeah, it's difficult to hear about that kind of thing, especially when it's like people of color.
And especially if it's like out of state, because you have to find a place to live. You're not just going to school and then to live on campus is expensive as fuck too.
I feel like the college experience of like living on campus was definitely glorified. I mean, I'm sure
Motherfuckers trying to live like Harry Potter and shit. Like,
This-
bro, you gotta put your
there's
push it
freedom into it.
perspective. I mean, definitely. Obviously,
But-
you're not with your parents and you're.
Yeah, but like think about it. Like the dream of it is like after you leave college, you get a job right away and then you move out.
Mm-hmm.
But moving out is so much more difficult than it was like 10 years ago. Like if you're gonna make these plans, you're definitely not moving out of your parents' house when you graduate college.
I mean, 10 years ago, Lola Bunny had titties.
That's right. Lola Bunny she still has titties. They haven't released the.
They released the.
She had
fucking
titties like
image.
2 weeks ago.
They released an image recently. She's got no titties, bro.
They released it like last week. I can't believe it, bro. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. She looked bad as when I was a kid. I was like, damn, Lola Bunny's looking. Tell me not. I'm pretty sure you thought of Lola Bunny in Space Jam 1. Like, damn.
I definitely thought she was a sexy bunny.
There you go.
And the thing is,
That's how
it's
hentai
like
starts.
I mean,
Okay.
that was the downfall of Carlos. Thing is, though,
Down bad.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, she doesn't need to be sexualized. Back then, people used to sexualize female characters a lot. But if you think about it, I mean, that is true more than now. But if you think about it, there were non-sexualized female characters back then. Like, you ever watch, I mean, there's a lot less back then than now. And it's harder to bring up any, but you ever watch the fucking Animaniacs and shit?
Rarely.
Those kids weren't sexualized. I mean, they are kids though, so it's
I mean, they
fucking
said
weird.
a lot of like
Wild
innuendos.
shit. Yeah. True. I mean, everything, even Johnny Bravo though, all that shit was fucking, like, you can't play a Johnny Bravo episode.
Well, like you can. I mean, it's like they're kids shows. Like kids aren't sexualizing anything.
Kids don't know what's going on, so it isn't until later you see it and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I was seeing this shit.
Yeah, like kids don't know what's going on.
Exactly. They just think it's funny.
Yeah. Like I thought it was hilarious. Like the only show that I didn't like growing up was like Cow and Chicken.
Oh,
that was weird.
I feel like I would watch it sometimes, but it wasn't my favorite.
No, what was that one?
Kicking.
Well, Ren and Stimpy. That's the one that I didn't like to watch.
I saw a clip of that shit.
That shit made
recently,
me scared.
Where like the little one, I forgot which one's Ren and Stimpy, but the little one had like a saw where his penis should be.
Like the little chihuahua looking one.
Yeah, and the bigger one was just like bent over, like taking it like with a log on his butt cheeks.
That's yes.
And he was like grinding towards it, and like when he busted a nut, basically
they did
like,
shit like that all
like
the time.
The little bit of fucking sawdust was on his back.
Bro, that shit was fucked up. I mean,
did you ever watch Rocko's Modern Life?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Rocko's Modern Life. Yeah,
Is it
mean, you're not that much younger than me.
No, I mean, I just didn't watch it.
You're younger. Oh yeah.
No, I just didn't watch it.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're probably too young, but yeah, you're not.
I'm pretty much your age.
Yeah.
I just didn't watch it. Like Boomerang shows, I didn't. I hated them.
Yeah, I mean the Flintstones and the Jetsons, they weren't.
They were dry ass cartoons.
Yeah, exactly. But fucking Rocko's Modern Life, I believe he worked at a call center, like as a fucking like a sex chat call center, and like you don't realize that.
How do you pitch that?
I don't know.
It's like, hear me out, guys. We're gonna have this kangaroo dude work at a call center, but the catch is, it's a sex call center. Like, what the fuck kind of pitch is that?
I mean, back then a lot more shit used to fly than now. I mean, fuck cancel culture, but there are some things that definitely should not be happening. But then again, like you said, though,
you know what?
Kids don't get it.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you continue.
I think cancel culture is doing a service. Cancel culture might be going too far. I feel like this is a liberal opinion. Cancel culture might be doing a service to everybody.
How so?
Maybe we don't need Harry Potter being gay.
We don't.
What's a cancel culture thing that's like kind of outrageous? I think the only thing outrageous is like K-pop fans canceling people. Like, oh, you don't like this K-pop guy? Like, let's cancel this dude.
K-pop and super liberals are definitely canceling a lot of shit.
Yeah. What the fuck is up with K-pop? Why are they so obsessed with it?
I don't know. They should just
like if you shit on one person, like they will come at you.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Weenie Station supports K-pop. Don't cancel.
We support K-pop.
Yeah.
But I hate these K-pop fans that they always have like the K-pop star as their like avatar.
Oh yeah.
Like their header, their
Bro,
everything.
Imagine you had a kid. And
no personality.
You go into their room, they have nothing but the K-pop star like posters on their walls, and you see like they're online just fucking doing K-pop shit. Like, what do? Do you tell your kid to not listen to it or what?
You know what that reminds me of? It was the Twilight kind of thing that grew up to be K-pop. They grew up to be K-pop, like the Twilight fans. And I do feel bad that when like, you know, kind of like when kids like bully girls, like, you know, to show that you like them. Like, I feel like I was so ingrained into that. Like, every time, like, I liked the girl and we had a talk, she's like, oh, I love Twilight. He's like, you like Twilight? That's a shitty-ass movie. Like, I had no reason to say that.
I just, in general, just never checked them out. Like, I didn't have an opinion on it. I just knew a lot of people that liked them.
I saw clips, like, 3 times. My girlfriend loved Twilight.
Oh my god, one of my boys fucking watched every Twilight movie with his girl.
Why? Oh, it's your
I've,
girl.
yeah, I've seen clips of Twilight, and I'm like, thank God I never wasted my time on this shit, because it looks trash as fuck, bro.
And Kristen Stewart, man. Like, I don't think she can act, dude.
A lot of people like her. I'm not a fan of her.
She's
to
a
be honest.
lesbian icon, but
Yeah, bro.
Charlie's Angels sucked ass.
Yo, what's up with these lesbian icon things? It's all like, bro, I know, like, we're all equal at the end of the day. It's all like, I have nothing against the LGBTQ community. If anything, I support it. I got a lot of friends like that. I'm not
Strangely.
like, yeah. So it's all like, bro, wait, what do you mean strangely?
You know, you have more lesbian friends than anyone that I know.
Yeah, I mean, it's all like, they're really cool people. So it's all like, these lesbian icons, it's all like, bro, I get it, they do need representation, but it's all like, you don't need to make every Disney character gay or something. It's all like, there's
Oh, like the trying to like make Ariel black.
yeah, I feel like
Like
it's
that
just
kinda
all
thing?
like, just do it normal. Like, I hung out with Howard yesterday.
Shout out to Howard.
Shout out Howard. But we were talking about how even like how movies based in New York, how the fuck are there so many white characters like in a white based movie? It's all like, bro,
So it depends on what part of New York
you go to
you're at.
any major fucking city, no matter where it's at, you're gonna see every type of color. Like,
No, I mean, even if you go to Chicago, it's like mostly white people.
really?
Like, when you go to like Central, like the Loop area, it's like
Mhm.
a lot of white people. Like Boys Town, like just because it's gay, it doesn't mean like there's gonna be a lot of color. A lot of white
Yeah.
dudes.
But I mean, there's different colors everywhere. You don't have to just force something on it.
I'm sure you do, but like with these kinds of movies, like Little Mermaid, like just keep them like white. I support like these kind of movements where you like show and embrace color, but just make a new movie.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make a fucking remake. The remakes always suck
True.
ass too. Like look at Mulan,
True.
suck big dicks.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
What about Raya? Do you even watch like the new like movies that come out for Disney, like the
I heard
like Soul?
I heard about it. I saw halfway through Soul in Spanish, and then my cousin's kid just took it off because she was bored.
That shit made me cry. Like I feel like if I watch Disney does such a great job in making you cry in every single movie, that shit hit home.
I just saw where dude turned into a cat, and like 15 minutes after that, and
I
that's
was like,
about it.
Right after that, it gets to like the part where you start crying.
Oh damn! So I missed out.
Yeah, like I want to say it, but like what happens at like the scene that like.
Let me know
made
what
the-
happens.
I mean, I'll tell you
I'm
afterwards.
Probably
but
not gonna see it.
You should watch it, dude. Watch it. It's a phenomenal movie.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Coco made me feel some type of way.
Coco with the grandma.
When he was
dude.
singing to his grandma, bro, that shit was
Dude,
game over.
I hugged my grandma after that.
I
mean, she wasn't with me at the time, but
I don't have two grandmas anymore on either side, so that shit really hit home. I'm just like,
because you know how like they really nailed the Mexican culture and how like family is everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, shit.
Yeah, that shit made me feel like, damn, bro, what the fuck.
You know, they really nailed Mexican culture with this one.
If you have a grandma, go out and hug her. Don't
Yeah.
be a piece
Shout
of
outs-
shit.
Man, I'm gonna go.
Shout
hug
outs
grandma.
to
I can't hug my
grandmas.
grandmas because they're always afraid of COVID.
You can't hug your grandma because they're
Nah.
afraid of COVID.
Yeah, they're like really brittle. So like if you hug them too hard, they hurts them.
Bro, if I was you, I would get a fucking spacesuit and go hug her. Fuck
What the
it.
fuck?
I'll hug my grandma if I still have her with me.
My other grandma's just like
I'll
so
find
I
a
have
way.
one grandma who's really sweet, but I
Mhm.
see she lives with me, so I don't have to hug her. Like really?
What? No excuse.
What do you mean? I just
No
say,
excuse. Hug your grandma.
I mean I hug her. Like if she goes away for the week, I'll hug her when she comes back. My other grandma does not like to be touched.
Really?
Yeah, she's weird. I feel like I was like, let me touch you.
What,
Like,
you trying
let me-
to touch your grandma?
Yeah, she doesn't let me hug her. She doesn't like touch. She doesn't like people like. She likes her personal space. She hates being touched.
I mean, that's understandable, but I feel like it also comes down to how you're raised. Because I know my grandma from my dad's side, she passed away when I was younger.
She.
So I mean, I do remember having memories with her, like making some fire ass tacos dorados. It's all like as a little kid, I just liked to help out, like in the kitchen and shit.
Yeah.
I know I would help my great-great-grandfather, like, pelar tomates, which are, like, the green tomatoes with, like, the fucking...
Tomatillos.
Yeah, with the shell around it. So I would help him peel buckets because one of my aunts
It
would...
also get your fingers dry.
Yeah, they'll be sticky as hell. It's annoying, but I like to do it with my great-grandfather and shit. But as far as that was probably the closest I ever got to my grandmother from my dad's side. But from my mom's side, I grew up with her. I had conversations with her. She was a sweetheart. She taught me how to play poker. She taught me how to play a bunch of games, like card games. So yeah, shouts out my grandma. I still think my luck when it comes to card games, I put it on her.
Card games?
Mm-hmm.
What has my grandma
She
taught me?
loved going to casino. She loved... Every time she would come over from Mexico, my dad would take her to the casino and shit.
I never understood casinos. I mean, I'm glad my grandmas are just like... They've lived their whole life knowing one thing. Like, they've never expanded beyond that.
And
now
you
that
love
they're...
that?
What's up? I love that.
Yeah. You said you love that.
Yeah, I love that because like they don't. The only thing I don't like about it is their food taste. Like they don't go beyond like tortillas and beans.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, like you don't have to like you know what to expect from them. Like you know what they're gonna like. When you're old, your opinions don't change. You can't really change your opinion on something. You're stuck in your ways, right? Like when you're old, there's no fucking way that like now you've had experience. You know that things are gonna be the way that you know they are, right? So like. I like that. You don't like that?
Not really. I mean, I feel like...
I mean, sometimes she can get pretty racist, but...
Yeah, I feel like that's something that...
But you can't blame her. You can't blame old people for being racist.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of. Kind of. There's no excuse. Like, I mean, that's like, oh yeah, Trump, he was a fucking racist fucker because he's 74
But he's the
years
president.
old.
That's whole different. Like,
He's 74 years old. He could be racist.
My grandma's 90, though.
Yeah, but still.
He was born, like, during the World War.
I mean, that should be even more of an excuse to have even, like, younger political candidates if that's, like, the standpoint you have on people's opinions.
I feel like the later you get, like, the more stuck in your ways you get. Like, say you have a president that was born this year. Like, he's gonna be stuck in these ways, which is, like, non-racism. Like, the more we progress, the presidents are going to be better.
But I do feel like that also leads to we should be able to teach people to know when they're wrong or be able to learn from mistakes. Like, even myself, it's all like, if I'm wrong on something, and even if I do think I'm right at first, I'm willing to listen out, and then, okay, if I'm wrong, I'll accept it and be like, okay, well, enlighten me and that's it. But a lot of people go against that. Like, they'll like try and prove you wrong even though you prove them wrong, or they'll just give up and not listen. It's like, we need to teach more people to accept to be wrong. You're not going to always be right. I feel like that's why a lot of arguments never fucking end.
Well, there was do you know who Mo, like he's dating, they're like a couple comedian duo.
Mo Bamba?
No, not Mo Bamba. Mo Kashir. He was like a...
No.
Let me look him up real quick. Just like a small pause, because I definitely know who he is.
Like fucking... Like even racism, I feel like racism is deeper than color. It's more ideas than anything. Like, it's not, because racism exists within fucking races themselves. Light skin versus dark skin. You could be Mexican, light skin, talk shit about dark skin Mexicans or vice versa, shit like that. It's all like, bro, at the end of the day, it's just an ideology where we had to get rid of fucking anybody thinking they're better than anybody else.
Well, to bring back the point that I was trying to make, it was I can't really think of the comedian, but he was on Your Mom's House podcast at a certain time. He was with his wife, Natasha Leggero, I think that was her name.
I think that sounds familiar, actually.
Yeah, so there we go, Natasha Leggero. And he mentioned that, here we go, Moshe Kasher, this guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So, this guy, he loves to argue. Like, when he gets, like, this one thing his wife hates. that he argues a lot. Like, he just likes to play devil's advocate sometimes and create an opinion just for the sake of argument. He loves having, like, a conflict of opinion. And the one thing that he does is he has, like, a Facebook group dedicated to creating, like, arguments. Like, you take one stance and you take the other. And the one thing that you can't do in these arguments is that you can't create a opinion-based, like, statement. Like, well, that's not true because I feel like, you know, you can't say...
It has to be all facts.
It has to be factual. And at the end of it, they asked him, like, Tom or Christina asked him, like, so how many times does it end, like, you winning the debate? And he says, well, actually, funny thing is, they never come to, like, you were right or I would, like, they rarely end up, submitting to the, you know, opposing opinion.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with arguments. Like, when you're older, like, people hate to lose. Like, if you have a difference of opinion, I fall for it sometimes. Like, I hate fucking losing.
Yeah, I've had definitely arguments with you where I know you're fucking wrong, but you just make up any excuse.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, but if I were to catch you on that, I know you would, like, be, like, if you felt strongly about it, it would be hard to, like, convince you otherwise.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's definitely not an easy thing, but I feel like it's something that we should teach people to do. Like,
right. But think about it like an experience type of conversation. Like, say you're older. Now you have a kind of your grandson telling you, like, this is kind of how things work now. And then you're like, well, I experience this thing differently. And I have 100% knowledge that this isn't how it's going to work out. Like, I've seen it play out. But the kid is convinced that you're old man. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's kind of like the thing that I'm talking about. Like, you're stuck in your ways.
I feel like a lot of times it's also entitlement more than anything.
Entitlement?
Yeah. Like, you feel like you're better than a person, therefore you can't let them win. Or you can't let them...
I agree with that. I don't know if I would label it entitlement, for sure.
Because I know even... I was talking to my cousin who's leaving to the military today. He's driving to California and shit. He told me that in the group that he's in right now, like, he's with a lot of people with, like, degrees and shit. And, like, him and a couple other guys are in the same, like, group or whatever.
Troop?
Yeah, they have opinions, and they disregard their opinions a lot of times because they don't have college, experience. And they're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, even though they know they're correct, they don't listen to them. So that's, like, entitlement right there. It's all like, bro, you think you're better than somebody, that's why you can't accept it?
Yeah, college degrees have definitely, like, degraded. And, like, I feel like even if you have a bachelor's degree, that doesn't mean you're more intelligent than someone.
Exactly.
Now that I've learned.
It's like, bro, I know a lot of dumbasses that went to college. Like, yeah, it doesn't make you smarter.
It definitely doesn't. I feel like your intelligence level after you get, like, maybe 24 years old, after that, you kind of know a good base level of intelligence. The more things that you know, that's what you know. It's not like kind of a maturity level. Like, kids in high school who are already, like, pretty intelligent, like, mature and kind of their opinions, like, those are the smart kids.
I feel like meditation also helps you, like, fucking being aware of your surroundings and being able to be a listener helps a lot.
I agree. I completely agree. Fuck. I gotta take the fattest piss.
I do too, low key, but
man, we made the mistake of drinking these Trulies.
Yeah,
we gotta stop doing this.
I mean, we're 43 minutes in. To suck it up, Carlos.
I know. That's why I looked at it like,
suck it up, Buttercup.
I feel like you can hear me just, like, moving my legs.
No, yeah, I've been at the same point as you for, like, yeah. It's definitely not a smart idea having a coffee and then a fucking Truly.
Oh yeah, I had the coffee too. Oh
yeah,
my god.
Just don't think about it.
I can't, dude. It's
suck
like
it up,
about to bust out my balls.
15 minutes.
I used to think that piss came out with the balls too.
Piss came out
when I was a kid. Yeah, I was like, man, my balls are not big to hold this kind of load.
So, like, I feel like I gotta take a fat ass piss. Why are my balls not big?
Dude, you know, speaking of when I was a kid, I remembered this late last night. And I was like, man, when I was a kid, I had the stupidest ambitions. When I thought, like, I was telling my cousin, I was like, you know what, when I grow up, I want to have pubes. Like, what the fuck who thinks that? Like,
yo, I honestly, like, I've not mentioned it a couple times, but I don't have the thickest pubes. But it was like
TMI.
Yeah, no, that's a TMI right there. But like in general, it's all like my arms are hairy as fuck and everything.
So
but like
does that dictate
when I was
thin pubes?
because I remember I watched Workaholics and shit, and like fucking Adam, he's all like, yeah, man, my fucking pubes are thick, dude. Like, basically, like, kind of saying that was like a masculine thing to have.
Dude, I hate thick pubes, man. I hate thick pubes. Like, when I'm chilling just on the computer, you know, like watching a movie, I have my hand down like my pants. You know, fuck it, that's guy shit. And like, I know I need to fucking cut the shit and trim it off when I can play with the hair. I was like, all right, shit. This is getting serious. And the one thing about the grooming down there is like getting to the ball area is the worst. Because now I always nick myself. I always do. Even
Manscaped.com.
You still nick yourself. You'll still nick yourself. As much as the advertisement says, like, you're gonna nick yourself.
You're gonna nick yourself? But what's the longest you ever let your pubes grow?
I don't know. It's gotten pretty rough. Like the very first time I started growing pubes, I didn't know what point to shave. It just grew. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too. It's all like.
That's the only time it's ever gone that crazy.
When was the first time you ever like decided I need to shave? Because I know in a Mexican household, your parents don't talk to you about grooming. Like that shit just. I mean, I don't know if any household, to be honest, is gonna tell you like, "Hey, man, you gotta shave your pubes or something."
Well, my dad like worked night shift, so I never had like the father figure guide me through like shaving and shit. So I had to figure this shit out on my own. So like I'm a mess when it comes to like haircuts, grooming, everything.
I mean, I don't think I ever had anybody like guide me. I mean, I grew up with a lot of females.
You did.
My sisters.
I mean, so did I.
My mom and my little brother didn't come into the picture until I was at least 11 years old.
Your little brother's so funny. Like he's got like. He takes the worst picture.
Yeah, he does. He's not photogenic. He's a handsome.
No, he's
kid,
photogenic, but like he's just like takes like he's got these poses like.
Kind of like you, Carlos.
I have the worst.
Yeah.
But I'm not photogenic. He is, but he just has not. He doesn't have good poses. He just doesn't know how to relax when it comes to taking pictures. I feel like you got the same thing. That's kind of like what makes it hard for you guys. You don't know how to relax. I'm not a guy who like would ever take a selfie or like I'm part of like group pictures too much. Yeah. I think about like my facial muscles too much. Like,
that's what makes your picture look weird because you're just like doing things that nobody else would normally do.
Right, like how Von Zell's a model, like that shit when he like it takes a lot of like.
Speaking of that, he made us look like shit next to him, dude. Like
man, and that's why I didn't even look at the pictures. I was like, man,
a handsome fucker just makes you look like shit.
I was like, man, when you were taking pictures, like, what the fuck are you doing, Juan? We don't look like him.
I know we don't look like him, but like, we're gonna pose with him.
I guess
we just didn't find our right angles. He doesn't have a wrong one, so makes it tough.
Yeah, man. Never take a picture with a model. Unless you're there as a fan.
Shouts out Splashy.
Shout out Splashy V. If you're trying to get wet, hit up Splashy.
Oh yeah, that's the wet zone. That's a no slide.
Don't get too close so you get splashed.
Smoothest motherfucker.
I don't know about smoothest, but he's definitely handsome.
Yeah, I mean smoothest fucker I know from.
He's got me into conspiracy theories.
Really? Yo. We need to do a conspiracy theory episode, and you know who we need to have on? Joel.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that. He's, like, really into conspiracy theories. I feel like I used to look down on people who like conspiracy theories, but they're so fun to, like, listen to.
No, yeah. I feel like it's... No. There's this one guy I have on...
We might have to end this one short. I really don't think so.
Hold up, Carlos. We're 10 minutes away. We could at least do 5 more minutes.
5, alright, at 53.
Alright, you should have brought your fucking piss jar.
Oh, hell no, I'm not gonna have listeners here just like
a piss Mario.
This is gonna be a fat lead.
But yeah, there's this guy that I've known for a long time, but not really known. Like, he's one of my... Stop rocking your chair.
I can't.
He's one of my sister's ex-boyfriend's
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna expose him more than that.
I'm kidding,
but like he's super into like conspiracy theories and super into like the Bible, but not the Catholic or Christian Bible. He's like into like some some like the real God is, or the real Jesus doesn't exist as Yeshua, because the J was the last letter to be added to the alphabet.
Man,
or some
that's
shit
pretty
like
deep
that.
in there.
Yeah, and he's like always preaching like certain like things, like saying like monsters satanic and random shit.
I feel like that's the case with kind of like werewolves. Like, you know how the
werewolves.
yeah. So like how that started was like some guy told a story about like, you know, something that really happened, and he told another guy, and that story got morphed into like werewolves.
I mean, I think that started from a guy that was a cannibal and used to eat humans. Yeah, I remember reading a story about it. That he was like kind of like a crazy guy, and
But
people
yeah,
were disappearing at night, and he started eating people. He was a cannibal. He lived in a cave.
that's like kind of like how the misinformation starts. Like if you were to tell someone to do something, like they kind of added their own twist to it, and it kept twisting and twisting. Like the motherfucker's a wolf.
This motherfucker's basically a wolf. Like that's what like somebody was saying to another person, and they tell the person this guy was a wolf. Like
Didn't shave his back and shit.
hairy ass motherfucker, bro.
I swear on my mother.
He hasn't come into town for like 8 years. Never gotten a haircut. Doesn't know how to shave. Motherfucker looks like a wolf. He
Like,
eats people.
I think that's kind of like how the Yeshua kind of thing happened, like misinformation.
It's all like, bro. As far as history, what the fuck do we really know is true? That
Nothing was ever documented, you know?
Yeah,
you kind of have to
exactly.
like context clue the shit.
and we're reaching the point where even shit that is technically documented can be falsified. Like fucking Photoshop, fucking any VFX, special effects. That shit could be like faked really easily. So it's all you can't even believe what you see now. So what the fuck? We are in the Matrix.
We're definitely in the Matrix, my man.
Fucking Carlos, you're about to bust.
I'm about to fucking
nut,
piss
bro.
myself, dude. I don't know how you think I can't hold it in, but I'm
holding in it like a champ, bro. I gotta take a fat piss too.
No, I don't think you gotta take a fat piss
I
like
gotta
me.
take a piss.
My shit's
hard,
gonna
yo.
make noise.
My shit's gonna make noise too. We'll time it.
Each,
You go in one
each
bathroom, I
drop
go in the
would
other
weigh a
one.
quarter pound.
You go in one bathroom, I go in the other one. We go time it.
Record yourself.
But we'll record it on Snapchat.
Alright, schlong included.
It's long included. You gotta be half chubbed.
I don't know what that. I want to be as soft as possible.
Soft as possible. I gotta be as soft as possible so it fits in the camera.
Oh my god. Alright, yeah, fuck it. We gotta end it.
Alright, we're
gotta end
ending
it.
this episode early
All right.
because Carlos is about to piss himself.
Alright, thanks for listening,
All right.
guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
Continue to
Please,
support us.
if you're listening now, please go subscribe. Go check us out on every platform. We really appreciate every listen. Like, for real. I know we upload a bunch of shit, and we just a follow, simple follow or rating, anything is very much appreciated every week. We love you guys, and thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.